Welcome students. This is SST College of Arts and Commerce, Edupedia. Myself Ravindra Pradeep Fadke, an assistant professor from Department of Business Economics. In our last lecture, we have seen the concept of isocont and producers equilibrium. I hope the concept of isocont and producers equilibrium might be clear. Now today we are going to continue a very simple and very scoring topic for your examination, and that is economies of scale. Here let me clear one thing, that students get confused with the word of economics and economies. Now if you will see in the slide of our the word, it has been written economies. Now what is the meaning of here the word economies? Economies are nothing but when the factors which are beneficial for the production purpose. And what is the meaning of scale? Scale is nothing but our measurement. So whenever the producer producing goods and services, that time he requires n number of factors which are advantageous, which are beneficial for production. So let us see, while producing goods and services, which internal factors and which external factors are necessary to make the production more and more successful. Alfred Marshall has described the concept of economies of scale. It is derived from large scale of production. As I have told you that it has two virtuals. The one is internal and another is an external, because internal factors and external factors, both the factors are necessary to make the production of goods and services, as well as it has always accrue in the long run, because while producing goods and services, producer never make the production for short run but also for the long run. So now without wasting a time, let's start with our internal economies of scale. One more time I'm repeating, economies means certain advantages, factors which are beneficial to make the production of goods and services. So let's start with the internal economies of scale. Now, economies that are enjoyed by a single firm by its own individual policy. Always remember one thing, every single business has its own individual policy, and those policies are keeps on changing as per the change in circumstances. As the situation changes, businessman has to make the policy immediately change. It is enjoyed by a single firm as result of its expansion, because already we have seen that growth expansion, profit, sales expansion, satisfaction of customer, these are the major outbreaks of our producers. These economies in production are due to indivisibilities and specialization. I hope you all are aware with the meaning of specialization. Now, what is the meaning of an indivisibilities? Indivisibilities are nothing but every single factor of production has its own capacity to satisfy your need. So internal factor and external factor relevantly are having capacity to satisfy producers' need. Now, what are the various types or principle of internal economies of scale? So we have first labor economies. Now let's take an example. Suppose in a company, firm requires chartered accountant, and in case they have appointing an engineer. I'm not denying engineers doesn't have brain, but firm's requirement is chartered accountant. So in case in their balance sheet any problem occur, do you think those engineers will give them immediate solution? Of course not. So labor economies means appointment of an appropriate labor, appointment or recruitment of an appropriate labor for proper position is necessary. That is labor economies. Means in short, an appropriate position and appropriate recruitment. Technical economies. In 2020, we people are now becoming seriously technical, very much updated. And this technological upgradation and updation is necessary not only in metropolitan cities but even at the grassroots level also. Economies with these superior techniques, the entire businesses these days, the businessmen are taking on the higher superior technology, so they can easily cross the country, they can easily cross the political boundary, and they can expand their businesses on social media also. Economies of increased dimension, as I've told you. Now what is the meaning of dimension here? Dimensions are nothing but when businesses crosses their boundaries, political boundaries, social boundaries, and when they establish their name, brand across country, continent, subcontinent, or etc. Economies of link processes. These days you may find that there are so many businesses which are linked with each other. So even these link projects or link proprietorship is also requires in a very decent manner. Marketing economies. Today's time is the where you have to even promote yourself also. Marketing is now necessary everywhere. Marketing economy is nothing but when each and every single businessman is using marketing as a tool or a weapon to promote their businesses across the globe on off mode as well as on mode. So marketing economies, I think you people must be aware with detail what are the various marketing technologies or strategies. Then managerial economies. Managerial economies, manager should be versatile in the nature. He should coordinate. He should always take an appropriate decision. He should always conduct meeting whenever it requires. The role of manager should be always optimistic and whenever it requires pessimistic also, because he is the link between superior authorities as well as juniors. Division of managerial labor. As I've told you, manager is an intermediate between two parties, the one who is juniors and one who is the seniors. Delegation of details. Manager who always makes delegate to maintain the details of juniors to the seniors and seniors to the juniors. So that managerial economies, his skills, knowledge also always execute and always paved for any economy. So in this case, as you can see here, as you can see the cost curve initially moving downward and later the cost curve rises, correct? Why is it so? Because as the cost reduces, the opportunity of making production of goods and services rises. you may find the curve is very much resemble to the learning curve also, because when you gain an experience, that time our time consumption reduces and time of production always make it happen. Then we have the risk bearing economies. Now what is the meaning of risk bearing economies? In risk bearing economies, always remember, businessman has to take a risk while making the production of goods and services. You may find three different kinds of people in the market. The one is risk averse, risk bearer, and risk lover. So bearer is the one who actually stipulate, who actually calculate the risk of the market, and accordingly he takes the decision and he execute plan or strategies. Market across regions and countries, I think I have explained to you in the last time. Product ranges. Now what is the meaning of product ranges? Product ranges are always makes it happen as per the requirement of customer, because customers are always changing their demand, and when the producers are making the production of goods and services as per the demand of customers, they can easily survive into the market. Let's take an example of Maruti Suzuki company. If we'll see the entire history of this company since last 30 years, you may find the company has its own variations into their products. Why? Because as time changes, they have to make modifications and changes into their product, because they have to survive into the market, they have to run their businesses in this competition, and when they have to run their businesses into the competition, they have to be able to read the market circumstances also. And last but not least, R&D, research and development. What would be the future of respective business? Now, after internal policies, after internal factors, some external factors are also equally necessary. So, which they are? Number one, concentration of industry. Concentration of industry is nothing but location of an industry, where the industry is actually located. In case if industry is located far away from any specific city or any metro city, or people who lives in a multiple number, it may increases transport cost. Then economies of information. Information is always numerous. Information is always updated, because we have to always update and upgrade our information as time requires and as time permits. Economics of disintegration. Now, what is the meaning of disintegration? Disintegration is nothing but, as you can see right now, there are n number of companies, banks are disintegrated together. They are merges together, they are takeovers, they are acquisitions, or etc. Because when they want to run the businesses, in case they might be running businesses together. Development of subsidiary industries. Subsidiary industries are nothing but supporting industries. Not necessary every time large scale industries only run with their own brand, but to run those large scale industries, even the contribution of small scale industries or medium scale industries are also necessary. So these are some external economies factors. Thank you very much. So I hope you people understood even today's topic also. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe our channel, and for further notification please press the bell icon. Thank you very much.